Have you ever considered how a split second could change your life forever on the road? A moment of distraction, a sudden obstacle, a lapse in judgment. In an instant, everything can change. Road safety is not just a concern for drivers, but it's a universal issue. It affects each and every one of us, whether we're behind the wheel, crossing the street, or even just strolling down the sidewalk. Every year, countless lives are lost and many more are irrevocably altered due to car accidents. While it's easy to brush off these incidents as unfortunate but inevitable, the reality is that many of these accidents are preventable. The statistics are alarming, but they're not just numbers. They represent people, mothers, fathers, siblings, friends, neighbors. The question then arises, how can we prevent these accidents? As we delve deeper into this topic, let's keep in mind that our actions on the road have far-reaching consequences. The answer lies within our hands. Understanding the problem is the first step towards solving it. So let's dive into the root causes of car accidents. First up, distracted driving. This is a broad term encompassing any activity that diverts attention from driving. It could be texting on your phone, eating a sandwich, or even changing the radio station. Anything that takes your attention away from the road is a potential hazard. Next on the list is speeding. It's no secret that exceeding the speed limit is dangerous. Not only does it reduce the driver's ability to steer safely around curves or objects in the roadway, it extends the distance required to stop a vehicle and increases the distance a vehicle travels while the driver reacts to a dangerous situation. Then we have drunk driving. Alcohol impairs a driver's ability to operate a vehicle safely. It slows reaction time, impairs judgment, and can even cause blurred vision. Simply put, alcohol and driving do not mix. Reckless driving also plays a significant role. This term covers a wide range of driving behaviors, all of which show a disregard for the safety and rights of others. It might be tailgating, changing lanes without signaling, or ignoring traffic signs. Weather conditions also contribute to car accidents. Rain, snow, fog, or even just a particularly sunny day can affect visibility and road conditions, making driving more hazardous. Finally, let's not forget about driver fatigue. It's easy to underestimate the danger of driving when tired, but fatigue can have similar effects to alcohol, slowing reaction times and affecting decision-making abilities. In summary, car accidents are often the result of a combination of factors, including distracted driving, speeding, drunk driving, reckless driving, adverse weather conditions, and driver fatigue. Awareness of these causes is our first line of defense. By understanding what contributes to car accidents, we can take steps to avoid these behaviors and make our roads safer for everyone. Among the leading causes of accidents is distracted driving. When you hear the term distracted driving, what comes to mind? Most people immediately think of mobile phone use, and yes, that's a major player. Sending a quick text, checking the latest social media updates, or taking a call, even on hands-free, can momentarily take your focus off the road. But it's not just about mobile phones. Distraction comes in many forms. Even seemingly harmless activities like eating a sandwich, drinking a cup of coffee, or changing the radio station can significantly divide your attention. Let's not forget about our furry friends either. Unrestrained pets in the car can be a big distraction. And there's also cognitive distraction. This is when your mind is elsewhere, not on the task of driving. You might be planning your day, worrying about something, or simply daydreaming. Even though your eyes are on the road, your mind isn't. So what are the consequences of these distractions? Well, they are far-reaching and often devastating. At a basic level, distraction can lead to missing important road signs or failing to notice changes in traffic patterns in time. At worst, it can result in serious accidents causing harm to yourself and others. Consider this. If you're traveling at 60 miles per hour and take your eyes off the road for just 5 seconds to read a text, you would have covered the length of a football field essentially blindfolded. That's a scary thought, isn't it? And let's not forget the legal consequences. Distracted driving can result in hefty fines, points on your license, and in some cases, even jail time. In essence, distracted driving is a risk not worth taking. It compromises not only your safety, but also the safety of others sharing the road with you. Remember, every time you get behind the wheel, you're not just driving a car, you're operating a heavy piece of machinery at high speed. Distraction is a choice. Choose wisely. Speed thrills, but it also kills. A common phrase we've all heard, but how many of us really take it to heart? Driving at high speeds, pushing the limits of our vehicles, and weaving in and out of traffic might seem exciting, but it's a recipe for disaster. It's not just about the risk to yourself, but also to others sharing the road. Speeding and reckless driving are among the most prevalent causes of traffic accidents. These actions disregard the safety of other drivers, pedestrians, and even oneself. Rushing through traffic, ignoring traffic signals, and making abrupt lane changes without signaling are examples of reckless driving. In essence, it's a blatant disregard for the rules of the road and the rights of others. Speeding, on the other hand, isn't just about exceeding the posted speed limit. It also involves driving too fast for the prevailing conditions, whether they be weather-related due to roadwork or heavy traffic. The faster a vehicle is moving, the less time the driver has to react to unexpected situations. It's simple physics. The faster you're going, the longer it will take you to stop. And if you can't stop in time, the impact will be that much more catastrophic. The effects of speeding and reckless driving are far-reaching. They lead to loss of vehicle control, increased fuel consumption, and heightened risk of severe injuries or even fatalities in the event of an accident. Not to mention, they can lead to expensive fines, increased insurance rates, and even the loss of your driving privileges. The solution is simple, yet often overlooked. Slow down, obey traffic rules, and respect other road users. Patience, awareness, and courtesy go a long way in ensuring safety on the roads. It's not about getting to your destination the fastest, but rather getting there safely. Remember, the faster you go, the harder you hit. Let's put the brakes on speeding and reckless driving and make our roads safer for everyone. Alcohol and driving is a deadly mix. Imagine this. You're at a party, having a great time, and a few drinks. You're feeling good, maybe even a little invincible. But the truth is, alcohol can significantly impair your ability to drive safely. It can affect your judgment, slow down your reaction time, and blur your vision. These are all critical skills you need to navigate the road safely. Think about it this way. Driving is like playing a high-speed, real-life video game where the stakes are real. You need to make split-second decisions, and any delay could have serious consequences. Now imagine playing that game with your senses dulled and your judgment clouded. That's what it's like to drive under the influence of alcohol. And it's not just about your safety. When you choose to drink and drive, you're also putting other road users at risk. Innocent drivers, passengers, pedestrians, even pets. They could all suffer because of a decision you made, but the consequences don't stop there. Drunk driving is illegal in virtually every country, and the penalties can be severe. You could lose your driving license, pay hefty fines, or even go to jail. And that's if you're lucky. If you cause an accident while driving drunk, you could be charged with manslaughter. That's a serious crime that could land you in prison for many years. So, next time you're at a party and considering driving home after a few drinks, think again. Call a cab, use a ride-share service, ask a sober friend for a lift, or just stay the night. There are so many options available to you that don't involve putting your life and the lives of others at risk. Remember, alcohol and driving don't mix. Just like oil and water, they're two things that should always be kept separate. And it's not just about the law, it's about safety, responsibility, and respect for the lives of others. If you drink, don't drive. It's that simple. Prevention is better than cure. This principle is as true on our roads as it is in our health. When it comes to preventing car accidents, there are several safe driving practices you can adopt that could potentially save your life and the lives of others. Let's start with a basic one, maintaining a safe distance. In traffic, it's crucial to provide a buffer between yourself and the vehicle in front of you. Why? Because if they stop suddenly, you need enough room to react and brake safely. A good rule of thumb is the 3-second rule. Pick a stationary object along the road, and when the car in front of you passes it, count to 3. If you pass the same object before you reach 3, you're following too closely. Next, we move on to obeying traffic rules. This might seem like a no-brainer, but you'd be surprised at how many accidents could be avoided if everyone adhered to the rules of the road. This includes everything from respecting speed limits and traffic signs to adhering to right-of-way rules. It's not just about avoiding fines or points on your license. It's about ensuring everyone's safety on the road. Now, let's talk about seatbelts. It's astonishing that in this day and age, we still need to remind people about the importance of buckling up. Seatbelts save lives, it's that simple. They keep you from being ejected during a crash, and they distribute the force of impact across stronger parts of your body. It's the first thing you should do when you get in the car, and it's non-negotiable. Another crucial aspect of safe driving is regular maintenance of your vehicle. A well-maintained car is a safer car. Keep your car in top shape by scheduling regular servicing, checking your tires regularly for proper inflation and wear, and ensuring your brakes, lights, and other systems are in good working order. Remember, a poorly maintained vehicle not only puts you at risk but also endangers other road users. Finally, let's not forget about the importance of staying alert and focused on the road. Drowsiness, distraction, and impairment from alcohol or drugs can severely affect your ability to drive safely. If you're tired, pull over and rest. If you've been drinking, arrange for a designated driver or use a taxi or ride-sharing service. In summary, the road to safe driving involves maintaining a safe distance from other vehicles, obeying traffic rules, always using your seatbelt, keeping your car in good condition, and staying alert and sober behind the wheel. Each of these steps is simple, but they can have a significant impact on road safety. When it comes to driving, safety should always come first. Remember, your actions on the road have a ripple effect, influencing not only your safety but the safety of everyone around you. So let's all do our part to make our roads safer. Technology, when used correctly, can save lives. We've come a long way from the days when seatbelts and airbags were considered groundbreaking. Today, our cars are equipped with myriad advanced technologies designed to keep us safe and prevent accidents. Let's start with the anti-lock braking system, or ABS for short. This nifty feature prevents wheels from locking up and skidding during an emergency stop. It gives you greater control over your vehicle, even on slippery surfaces. So instead of skidding out of control, you're able to steer safely around obstacles. Next up, traction control. This is a lifesaver in challenging weather conditions. It automatically adjusts power output to the wheels that need it the most, preventing wheel spin and helping to maintain control. So, even when you're driving on a rainy day or on a slippery road, you can trust your car to stick to the road like glue. Then there's automatic parking. Yes, that's right, cars today can park themselves. For many, parking is a nerve-wracking experience, and it's often where scrapes and bumps happen. But with automatic parking, your car does all the hard work for you. It uses sensors to measure the parking space and guides your car into it perfectly every time. And lastly, we have collision detection systems. These systems use sensors and cameras to monitor the road around you. If they detect a potential collision, they'll warn you with visual and audible alerts. Some systems can even apply the brakes automatically if you don't respond in time. These technologies are revolutionizing the way we drive and making our roads safer. But remember, they are tools to aid us, not replace us. We still need to pay attention, drive responsibly, and make good decisions behind the wheel. Technology is our ally on the road. Use it wisely. As we journey into the future, we can expect even more advanced safety features to become standard in our vehicles. Here's to safer roads and fewer accidents thanks to technology. Defensive driving is the key to survival on the road. Now, you might be wondering, what exactly is defensive driving? Well, it's all about anticipation, safety, and control. Think of it as a shield that you carry on the road, protecting you from unpredictable elements and potential hazards. Defensive driving starts with awareness. It's important to constantly scan your surroundings, not just the car in front of you, but also those behind and on either side. You should be aware of pedestrians, cyclists, and possible obstructions. Remember, the road is a dynamic place and situations can change rapidly. Next, let's talk about following distance. Maintaining a safe distance between your car and the one ahead gives you more time to react if something unexpected happens. A good rule of thumb is the 3-second rule. Pick a fixed point that the car in front of you will pass, such as a sign or a tree, and count 1001, 1002, 1003. If you pass the same point before you finish counting, you're too close. Defensive driving also means being prepared for the unexpected. Always have a plan B. If the car in front of you suddenly stops, do you have an escape route? Can you switch lanes quickly and safely if needed? Another key aspect of defensive driving is control. This means not only controlling your vehicle, but also controlling your emotions. Road rage can lead to unnecessary risks. Stay calm, stay focused, and remember, getting angry at another driver won't get you to your destination any faster. Lastly, defensive driving involves respect for traffic rules and signals. Ignoring a stop sign or speeding through a red light isn't just illegal, it's also extremely dangerous. To sum it up, defensive driving is about being proactive rather than reactive. It's about anticipating potential hazards and taking steps to avoid them. It's about respecting other road users and understanding that everyone has a right to be on the road. So, remember, when you're out there on the road, drive like everyone else on the road is crazy, because sometimes they just might be, and your defensive driving skills will be what keeps you safe. Road safety is everyone's responsibility. It's a phrase you've likely heard before, but let's take a moment to delve deeper into what it truly means. Each one of us holds the power to make our roads safer, whether we're behind the wheel on a bicycle or walking along the sidewalk. It's about making conscious choices each and every time we interact with the road. And it starts with following the guidelines we've discussed in this video. Firstly, let's talk about driving. Avoid distractions. This means no texting, no eating, no fiddling with the radio. Your focus should be on the road and your surroundings. Remember, a split second of distraction can change lives forever. Speeding and reckless driving aren't just illegal, they're dangerous. Stick to the speed limit and always drive according to the conditions. If it's raining or foggy, slow down. Be patient and give other road users the space they need. Now let's not forget about the deadly cocktail of drinking and driving. If you've had a drink, do not drive. It's as simple as that. Call a cab, use a ride-sharing service, or designate a sober driver. It's also essential to practice safe driving habits. This includes using your turn signals, checking your blind spots, and maintaining a safe distance from other vehicles. Remember, the road is not a racetrack. It's a shared space that we all need to respect. And let's not overlook the role of technology. From GPS systems to collision warning systems, technology can be a great ally in keeping us safe on the road. But remember to use it wisely. Distracted driving is still distracted driving, even if that distraction is a fancy new gadget. Defensive driving is another key aspect of road safety. Always anticipate potential hazards and be ready to react. Remember, it's not just about your driving skills, it's about predicting and reacting to the actions of others. Finally, remember the golden rule of road safety. Treat others the way you want to be treated. Be courteous, be patient, and above all, be safe. Because your actions on the road can save lives. Let's recap what we've learned today. We started our journey by asking an unsettling question about the state of our roads. We delved into the root causes of accidents, exploring how distractions can lead to dire consequences. The simple act of reaching for a cup of coffee, changing the radio station, or looking at a smartphone can transform a routine drive into a life-threatening situation. We discussed the perilous effects of speeding and reckless driving. The thrill of speed might seem enticing, but the potential cost is far too great. A moment of thrill should never outweigh the value of a life, a principle all drivers must adhere to. Then we touched on a deadly cocktail, the lethal mix of alcohol and driving. It's a dangerous combination that has no place on our roads. We emphasized the importance of making responsible choices, remembering that a night of fun should never end in tragedy. Next, we turned our attention to safe driving practices. The importance of wearing seatbelts, abiding by speed limits, and maintaining a safe following distance cannot be overstated. These simple actions can make a world of difference. We also explored the role of technology, acknowledging its potential to both help and hinder. While it can provide invaluable tools for navigation and communication, it can also serve as a source of distraction. It's essential to use technology responsibly behind the wheel. We highlighted the importance of defensive driving. Being aware of other drivers, anticipating potential hazards, and always being prepared to react can significantly reduce the risk of accidents. Finally, we discussed your role in making roads safer. Each of us has a part to play in creating a safer driving environment. By making conscious, responsible choices, we can collectively reduce the occurrence of accidents on our roads. Remember, safe driving is no accident, it's a choice. Every time we get behind the wheel, we're making a decision. Let's make the decision to drive safe, for ourselves, for our loved ones, and for everyone else on the road.